And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Taking a look at today's starter, who's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately. His recent outings haven't exactly gone as planned, Singy.
Yeah, he hasn't looked himself out there, Boog, and normally a couple of good innings might be all it takes to get him back on track.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And on the hill, Dean Kramer. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's Andres Jimenez. And that one wrapped foul.
First pitch, 707.
That's in there. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. No play. That's an infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Strike one. Bichette, a former All-Star, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. On the ground, and that's just foul. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
High fly ball out towards left center. Laureano trying to get there, and it's caught for the out.
batting third, first base.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Anthony Santander.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Off the mark there. Ball one. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. Jimenez leads off second with one gone in the inning. Up the middle. Sends it to first. And Guerrero is set down.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Anthony.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Base hit left center field. And the Jays score first. It's 1-0.
Everything came together for him. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
So runner at second, 2 down. Ernie Clement now at the plate. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Baltimore, and today on the hill, Chris Bassett.
And if this guy isn't already tall enough, he's standing on top of a mound, throwing down at hitters. His stuff can sneak up on you because of the extension he gets and having a deep release point. If batters can attack pitches up in the zone, this lineup will have a chance to do some damage.
And another ball. Started after the 2-0, now an appeal to third. And Jerry Hillsdale says he went around. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Outside with a breaking ball. On the ground to the left. Fires over to Guerrero. One gone, bottom half of the first. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
One out, base is empty. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. takes it himself.
That's an out.
2 up, 2 down.
Batting third, the shortstop,
Gunnar Henderson up now, a former Rookie of the Year. He was the first Oriole to win the award in 34 years, and he did so unanimously.
Yeah, and his rookie season was so special, Boog. Gunner's first hit in the majors was a home run. He swung so hard his helmet fell off.
Ball one there. Henderson with 4 runs batted in his last game. Hard hit left side. Bichette whips it to first. And the Orioles set down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Will Wagner. Kramer back to work. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
George Springer, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Ball to strike. There's the strike of the knees.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Wagner aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
That misses. 1-1. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit, so he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Slinging it to first in time. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is out of here. His first homer of the year. It's 3-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that.
And that misses. And that is ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball.
Next offering is fouled back. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Two out, space is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Got it. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now, Kobe Mayo. And downstairs.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Varsho moving under it. Brings it in, and there's one down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. That one's upstairs, ball one. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Varsho snags it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Fastball right back to the mound. That's the third out. Inning over. So they make short work of him there. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Right through there for a strike.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And first offering is fouled off.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
And that's outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Santander in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
No, with the shift on, hits right into it. Throws to first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. He swings and fouls one off. And he deals. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce, and they get the out. And into the box for Baltimore, Heston Kjerstad. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
1 out, runner at second. Laureano comes up to hit. Laureano with a homer in his last game. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time.
Waste no time there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Mullins in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Kerstead, the lead runner, out at second. Laureano over at first with 1 away. In the dirt, but kept close. Fought off foul. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Back-to-back singles, really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
Here's 0-1. Ground ball right side. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Start of the 4th. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Clement in his 4th year, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. Hot shot to third. Whips it to Mountcastle, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Next is the designated hitter, Will Wagner. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Line drive, base hit. And the batter is George Springer. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Down and away for ball 1. Man at first, 1 away.
Be right.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The next pitch misses. 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that one is lifted in the air. Mullins settles under it. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Grounded out his first time. And a base hit up the middle. Throw into third. In there safely. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
And that one fouled off. Wagner, the runner at third. Kirk on at first with 2 down. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Stays alive. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 2 left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Orioles 1. Back now at Oriole Park. Bottom 4. And now the DH, Kobe Mayo. Hard hit to third. Clement over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And that's a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Just off the inside corner. Going to count 1 and 2. The Blue Jays leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Outside low. And the count is 2 and 2.
2-2.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Dives and he can't hang on. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit for the Orioles. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Bassett with a look to first. And he's back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps scoring a ball in the gap.
2-0 to count.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Hit in the air, center field. Varsho under it. Snags it for the second out. Ethan Salas will hit next.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
There's a strike. Line drive, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Ethan Salas with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And next for the Orioles, Heston Kjerstad. In there at the knees. Strike 1. In the air, left field. That is the inning. Orioles strand a couple, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Kramer back to work. And that one is inside. Outside corner, there's a strike.
1-1.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Just missed.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first, nobody out. Runner takes off. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Dean Kramer won't go any further, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. On the mound now, Kyle Bradish.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Got him. And there's one down. Anthony Santander at the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first.
And, of course, sometimes you need to be patient as an offense and let the pitcher come to you, but you can't argue with the game plan they're using in this one.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. And there's the strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance in an immaculate inning.
1. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Laureano. And there's the strike.
0-1.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Good job to fight that one off. Got him. And 1 away.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Mullins in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Inside. And that's ball 2. The Orioles down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. There's a swing and a drive. Headed 1 hops the wall. Mullins round second, heads for third. The relay not in time. He's safe.
Oh, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
1 down, runner at third. Now the number 2 hitter, Jordan Westburg. 0 for 2 in this one. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Mullins comes in to score. It's 3-2.
Big RBI for him right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit, has grounded out a couple of times. Westburg over at first with 1 away. The shortstop takes the ball.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And a count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Now here's the Orioles DH, Kobe Mayo. He's got some power, no doubt. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. It falls in, and that's a nod. The throw in, he's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with a hit in every game. I mean, he's run his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Over to first, and he's saved. 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Now a screamer into the outfield. And George makes the grab. And that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League. Back here in Baltimore, top of the 6th inning. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Will Wagner. Out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down. Here's George Springer. That clips a corner.
No ball. 1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Pitches in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Popped in the air, left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
That one's in there, and that's strike 1. Kirk leads off first with 2 down to the inning. There's the strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
This to third. Whips it to Mountcastle. And that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Orioles 2. Well, we go bottom 6 and into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Tap foul at the plate. Way inside.
Ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's it for Chris Bassitt, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New pitcher on here, Tommy Nance.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Ethan Salas digs in now. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Ball, 1 strike.
Not even close there. Now 2 balls and a strike. With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. On to second, they get 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Heston Kjerstad, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And there's a ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
This one high in the air to left center. Varsho after it. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. Here's Ramon Laureano. That one way inside. And the 1-0. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And the inning is over. We go to the top of the 7th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. That one finds the corner. It's 0-1. And he grounds one to the right side. Gets it to first. One up, one down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
So digging in, Bo Bichette, 1 for 3. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. There's the strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Bichette, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Here's the tag, and he's out. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Man, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get
intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Ernie Clement.
First and second, 2 outs. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. In there for strike 1. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Struck him out looking. So they strand a pair. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Orioles 2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jimmy Garcia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. That's off the inside corner. 1-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that is out of play. Pitch misses there. The count now 2-2. Good eye right there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Jordan Westberg in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
No outs, runner at first. And now Jordan Westberg. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Late on that fastball. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Chad Green getting ready to go. Burr also getting ready. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball. 2
And
strikes.
time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it. So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one's deep. And gone out to the deepest part of the field. All muscle to center field. Home run number 5 on the season, and they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jimmy Garcia gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Chad Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right through there for a strike.
One thing that stands out is the rookie's ability to generate doubles. It's early, but he's already collected a few extra base hits this season.
That one fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and now 2 gone.
Oh man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Mountcastle stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
And that one off the outside edge.
3 balls, no strikes.
Up the middle, Jimenez. Now a jump throw. Now he launches a throw over his head. He beats the throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base, and usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target, and I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-3.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now the Orioles catcher, Ethan Salas. Pitch misses outside. There. Ball 1. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 6-3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Charlie Morton. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Will Wagner. The Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Slurve, a 4-seamer, a changeup, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Now one missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
They say a win.
1-2.
Line drive, and it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. Kjerstad whips it back in quickly, and they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Out to center. Mullins makes the grab for the second out. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. And there's a foul ball.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
1-1.
This one in the dirt. Next pitch is inside. And it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. Springer stands at second with 2 gone. And that misses off the outside edge. Out to short. Henderson fires to first on the run. Got him. Nice play. Blue Jays held in check and can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Eric Swanson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the right fielder, Heston Kjerstad. Foul ball there. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Varsho squeezes it. 1 away. So up next, Ramon Laureano. And ball one. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. He caught it behind his back. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. And now it's going to be Cedric Mullins. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Springer there makes the catch, and that's the inning. We go to the 9th. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Yennier Cano. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Number 78. Yennier Cano.
That's in there. That's strike one.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
And down on strikes he goes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Oh, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. The Orioles leading by 3 here at the top of the 9th. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. One down, base is empty. Now he breaks his bat. Mountcastle. He takes it on his own. Now only 1 out remaining.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Ground ball, and this should do it. On to first, ball game. And the Orioles take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
6-3 our final score as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long